Welcome to another Random America version of the Just Flying videos. Yeah, this is KTRK, Truckee Tahoe. Okay, missing a few buildings in the local area, but airfield doesn't look too bad for a Gateway one. Not the worst thing you'll find, is it? That's alright. Yeah, so a delivery to make today. We're transporting a load of contagious germs, the ones that give you a cold. Unfortunately, there wasn't room for them in the cargo hold, so I'm transporting the germs internally inside my body. Yeah, so just be prepared. There may be some coughing and sniffing, blowing of noses and all that kind of stuff during the video today. Yeah, seems like we've got a nice enough day. Good visibility, wind is nothing to worry about. And our destination for this flight, it's northeast of here. That's going to be KRNO Reno, or possibly Reno International. Not sure of its official full-length name, but yeah, that's where we're going anyway. Yeah, no other aircraft showing on the map as incoming here, so yeah, let's go for it. It's okay as an airfield, isn't it? About half finished if it was a custom scenery, but for a default Gateway one, where they don't really have all the extras and eye candy, it will do. Yeah, Truckee Tahoe. Suppose the local Native American tribes, the word Truckee may have been a word from their language, which would make sense. But if it is English and someone decided to call their town Truckee, that's a bit weird. Actually, let's get Caption Guy from the future to help us out here. Yeah, seems like quite a nice area though. Some brown desert-like mountains, trees, lakes. Yeah, all rather pretty around here. I can imagine this would be a decent vacation spot for relaxing at the edge of a lake, or maybe hiking through the hills, where on a forest trail you accidentally run into a large bear who is a little pissed off already because this morning he's checked his stocks and shares portfolio and it's gone down, so he mauls you to death. And then you don't get to go on the jet ski ride, which you've already booked and paid for tomorrow. Yeah, that would probably not be a good thing. Contrail up in the air. Just looking at my map, and where's it gone? That contrail just suddenly disappeared. Yeah, there was one. Looking at the map, there is a large airliner passing left to right, so possibly that, and maybe it's now flown into not contrail weather. Don't know. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't recall seeing contrails like that before on any of the Traffic Global aircraft. Give in, don't know. We have a contrail back again. Okay, that airliner on the map is now directly in front of us, so it can't be that one. No other AA planes in that area. So is this another new feature of X-Plane, like the balloons? Is the sim putting a few random contrails into the sky now as eye candy to look at, I wonder? Yeah, they appear and disappear, so sort of a nice little extra, but I'm not sure it's working perfectly, is it? But never mind. Yeah, slightly annoying with my cold, apart from having a cold. There was a plan to go out to a reasonably new Thai restaurant tonight with my drinking buddies. 4 of us, so obviously I've had to bail on that due to illness, but so somebody else with the bad knees, the whole thing has been cancelled and we'll reconvene and try again another day. So shame, as I was looking forward to that. I had a few Thai meals over the years and always enjoyed them. As for going to Thailand and visiting the country though, strangely enough, if we're being technical about this, I'm not sure if I have been there. And what I mean by that is my 2010 visit to Australia, New Zealand. It's not a direct one, it was 2 flights. And what you could do is have a 2-night stopover somewhere, and the airline still treated it as one continuous flight from the point of view as the booking, so it's a much cheaper way of having a break in the middle. So picking 2 random places. On the way out I went to Hong Kong, that was fantastic, really enjoyed that. Then on the way back I was going to have 2 nights in Thailand. Yeah, now you possibly remember this from back back in 2010. There was a political revolt in Thailand. Lots of protests on the street, which appeared to definitely not be very peaceful. And all this kicked off just 2 days before I was due to go there. Now, fair play to them, Qantas said that because of the unrest and safety concerns, people could amend their bookings free of charge. So what I did was simply cancel the stopover part, then flew into Bangkok, deboarded while they cleaned and refueled the aircraft, then carried on with the next flight a couple of hours later back to Heathrow. So I have touched down in Thailand, but technically I'm not sure you actually enter a country until you pass through passport control, do you? As everyone was placed in a large room to wait for the aircraft to turn around. Yeah, I have my doubts that counts. You know, I'm guessing I was an international nomad passing through, and if you read the fine print of the laws, I probably haven't been to Thailand, even though I did go to Thailand. Anyway, so Reno in sight. On my map I can see a small aircraft just about to land, so I know which runway they're using now. Although he's far enough in front where he'll be parked up and pouring himself a cup of coffee before we touch down. Yeah, so nothing to worry about there. Doesn't appear to be any other aircraft icons on the map which may be on their way into Reno, so we shouldn't be running into anybody. Oh, that's another Thailand thing, a little bucket list item which I'm sure I'll never do, but I bet it would be interesting. Look up Don Mueang International Airport on Google Maps. 2 big runways, and between them is a long, thin golf course. And I'd love to play that. It's very close to the runway too, so there would be some great views. I believe you have to go out with one of the locals who tells you when you can't hit a shot, as you're not allowed to be hitting a ball while anything is taking off or landing. Yeah, that does make sense, as I once had a look at it on YouTube as well, and a really big wayward slice, the tarmac is possibly close enough where I might be able to accidentally put a ball onto the runway. Not sure what happens then. Does your spotter with the group have to radio an airport ranger to drive out, collect the ball? He then throws it at you, calls you a twat, and then they can reopen the airfield again? Don't know. Yeah, can't imagine that the tower would ever make a call saying, yeah, Speedbird 3-4, go around as there's a guy playing his second shot off 2-1 left and he's got right of way. Although if you're putting a golf course in the middle of an international airfield between the runways, then anything is possible, I suppose. I did have a moment thinking that was the runway on the left, but now we're closer. It's two parallel taxiways, isn't it? Yeah, the runway is the longer strip of tarmac just to the right there. It was Harrison Ford, wasn't it, the most famous case of that where someone did land on a taxiway somewhere by mistake, if I'm remembering it correctly. I'm sure he's not been the only person to have ever done that, and I'm fairly sure he won't be the last either. Just flying past the Reno Weight Watchers Club. Yeah, if you go to their website, it first asks if you agree to accepting cookies, which sounds like a bit of a trick question. I don't know. Right, doing okay though. Quite a few AI aircraft parked here. Looking at the map icons, none of them are moving at the moment to get in our way. That's good. First impressions from here, it seems similar kind of thing to Truckee, with a few buildings and trees missing in the local area, but generally it looks quite nice. A flat enough runway to land on anyway. That's always a good thing. Let's see how we do with trying to land on it. Back vaguely in the general direction of the centre line. Near enough. Okay, slight bump, but yeah, not my best landing ever, but certainly it was nice enough. Doing okay with that. Turn up this, was going to say taxiway, but no, it's another runway, isn't it? And yeah, if we just go and park over there to the right, that will do, as nobody wants to watch a 15-minute taxiing video, do they? Yeah, I can see him there. There's a guy in the loader. So park up and go and speak to him. Yeah, excuse me, mate. Did you order a cold? I've got one to deliver. Yeah, so there we are. We've arrived. Yeah, quite a nice airfield for a default one, really. Yeah, okay then, that will do, and I will see you again next time, when I'll hopefully be a bit healthier. Bye.